Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Worldwide Wrestling Review for WCW, the 7th of January 1996. Not exactly a right home show, although the 1996-97 era generally isn't, but we will endeavor forward anyway, regardless. Scott Norton starts off the show, and he is obviously a monster here. He'd been in 1993, hadn't lasted too long, went back to Japan, came back for decent money, I would suppose, in this time frame, and goes immediately off on Mr. Valentino, who doesn't even get a name graphic. Anyway, so uh, he pulls him around by the hair, comes back in, hits a shoulder breaker, and gets a victory. All of this in under 2.5 minutes by um, Scott Norton, which is fine. Scotty Riggs and Marcus Alexander Bagwell in an enhancement match here. The American males are, at this point, former tag team champions, so they have a certain amount of interest there. Pulls on the arm and arm wringer by Riggs. Riggs doesn't want to take a backward step by any stretch of the imagination. Bagwell comes in and gets a couple of drop kicks off. Still starting to be on the darker side, but doesn't has not turned yet. I don't think he turned until early '97. Double team maneuver by Riggs and Bagwell, and very basic stuff here. Misses the attempted shots, and ultimately uh, double Irish whip and double drop kick under the chin, and ultimately gets a pretty good win for the American males. Colonel Robert Parker talks about his love interest in Sherry Martel, says he doesn't expect it to last forever, but he has been affected by the love bug, so to speak, in an interview with Gene Okerlund. Classic funny stuff if you've never seen that before. Campy as can be. Men at Work, Canyon and Star against um, Slater and Bunkhouse Buck. Not exactly a great match to write home about by any stretch of the imagination, but it gets the job done. Bunkhouse Buck and Mark Starr go brawling at each other. Eye rakes and basic stuff here. Uh, Internal run there, and ultimately dropkick under the chin. Doesn't get what he wants out of that either, but manages to do everything he possibly can to get things going there. Takedown by Star, who then does the step over um, into the run. We then see Dick Slater. Slater then hits a kick, and ultimately a series of them actually. Hard shots by Slater. Slater managing to get everything done up that way. Man goes to the outside. Colonel Rob Parker takes a shot at him. And obviously, Dick Slater and Bunkhouse Buck end up getting victories here. Slater is the one to hit the final offensive maneuver. And Men at Work are not in good shape at that. VK Wall Street, aka Mike Rotundo, aka IRS, and the WWF out next with an enhancement talent match here. Some jockeying around over a headlock, not exactly a good position to be in if you're the enhancement talent. Leaping, flying shoulder block clothesline combination by Wall Street, and he manages to get a good run there. Clothesline off, and then a inverted Samoan drop for the victory there. Then we see um, Kevin Sullivan taking a enhancement talent guy up the stairs as he's brawling his way through, doing the Taskmaster gimmick at the time. Sends him into the stairs, punch kick, brawl, and double foot stomp for the victory there. Hype with Bobby Heenan and Tony Schiavone come the upcoming deals with the NWO and other such things. Sting has a rare appearance at the time. or is going to be talked about having an appearance. Sergeant Craig Pittman out next against Sting. And that is a obviously one-sided match. The Stinger here has not turned to, I guess you'd say, dark Sting by any stretch of the imagination, but manages to do everything he can. Hard shots by Craig Pittman. Pittman with the Fireman's Carry takeover and ultimately get things going there. And then we kind of see things continue to go around, and Pittman Sting manages to hook a side headlock on his adversary here. He does the walk up the ropes thing and basic there. Ultimately, hard, basically an armbar and the like by Pittman. Pittman manages to do everything he can. Sting tries to kick out from underneath. Doesn't exactly go the way that Sting intends. Match is actually rather clunky for Sting's level of experience, but that's probably on Pittman. It's clunky just because they don't manage to be on the same page super often here. But things manage to go in a direction that I guess would be considered okay if you look at it. Sting trying to fight up from underneath and manages to do enough of that to kind of get things going. Irish whip and a sunset flip attempt by Sting. Sting not getting where he wants to go there. Deep arm drag by Pittman, and again he manages to get things going back in a decent direction. Sting misses a big elbow drop in the middle of the ring. Match actually goes longer than it should here, but I assume it's because most guys don't want to work the worldwide tapings. They run long. Anyway, Sting hits the Stinger Splash and gets a victory. Jimmy Hart talks about having issues with Luger and issues with everybody else not involved with the Dungeon of Doom. And we close the program on that note. We'll be back with more right after this.